let's go ahead and jump into the news. I'm going to start mostly chronological order. Last Thursday, Friday, maybe earlier this week, I was track. News item popped up, and I was a little bit stunned. And XV's title on T-Formers, I think, says it best. I can't believe it's not Cliffjumper. The next Masterpiece toy to be MP21R Bumblebee Red Body, which is coming in December. So it's the red version of Bumblebee. It's not Cliffjumper.
Why?
I guess if you want your collection of exotic or miscolored mini bots, this is the starting point.
Yeah, diecast and G1, both Cliffjumper and Bumblebee came in red and yellow. So
yeah, and in the US, I mean, outside of the US, like Windcharger had like 50 different colors, didn't he? Something like that.
There was a blue Bumblebee too.
Yeah, especially the Argentine palette of colors.
And I'm pretty sure in Japan, all of the, Bumblebee and Cliffjumper, and of course the ones that didn't get released here, were all released in red, blue, and yellow.
Do we expect those to come out? Do we expect cards?
I would like to see a blue one.
Is that Glyph?
Yeah. Yeah, they could be testing the waters to see, one, they need a cheap repaint before the next limited repaint MP figure comes out. But they maybe test. This could be like if they need more time, but they still want a Masterpiece present. This could be the mold they pull out to do a random tap out glyph. Maybe they'll change the front and do Bumble Jumper, where you've got the.
Well, again, we're talking super deformed cars here, so there's like Cliffjumper would not be as close to Bumblebee in the Masterpiece line because they're not doing super deformed cars. Because Cliffjumper was a Porsche. And I can't remember right offhand what Bumper was.
I could not a Daihatsu, but it was something pretty bad. Hey, so what are the chances we'll get like Penny Racer versions of these things? Was there a Penny Racer version of that Bumblebee mold?
Probably.
Yeah. Plus they could also do Bug Bite if they wanted to.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Bug Bite and Wasp.
Yeah, I would buy that.
Ooh, I would totally buy a Wasp.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, it would be. Any other thoughts around this? I'm just surprised and disappointed that. This
just screams basically doing a repaint to get extra money in the kitty for the next repaint for the next figure they can't do that many repaints of.
Yeah, I mean, so how many new Masterpiece toys are we getting this year mold wise? We this year we got Ultra Magnus because that didn't come out last year, right? We got Star Saber. We're getting Trax. Anything else?
Ultra Magnus came out right around the turn of the year. I think it was actually the end of December.
Oh, I didn't get mine until this year. So I mean, but within a year, I guess. When does Ironhide come out? Do we have a firm date on that?
I don't think so, but I may be misremembering.
Yeah,
hopefully after it looks better.
Man!
If it comes out within the next 4 months, which I don't guess it will, that's still quite a few new Masterpiece molds for the calendar year or for the rolling year, which is more than normal because up until now in the last 12 years prior to this, we got 7 or 8 molds, something like that.
Well, Brian, also don't forget now, the designer of Devastator said he was wanting it to be the Masterpiece Devastator. So if you count him as a Masterpiece,
but it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it depends on how you
classify it Masterpiece.
Yeah. So that could be, that's like, do you count your combiners as 5 or 6?
Then you can count like Target Masters as 1 or an accessory.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of Masterpiece Ironhide, we have new photos of that. Does it look any better to you guys?
It still does not look any better.
No.
Well, it looks better to me, but I can't quite pin down why. But it does look slightly better.
I don't love it, but I like it better than any of the third-party versions that are coming out.
Well, now, I was talking...
Yeah, I think that's where I'm stuck to.
Yeah, I'm stuck there.
Yeah, I was talking to Paladin, and I swear I think I like my eye gear Ratchet and Ironhide better, even though they could be like a head taller just to be better in scale. But if the yen rate stays the same, and I may get them at some point, but for me, it's the hip panels. I mean, I can see what you're saying, Melvar, about the diaper kind of front thing. But for me, it's those hip panels just don't.
It was the hip panels for me at first, and then I saw the side view, and it just got worse.
Yeah.
So on the on this page, is that Lockdown? That's below Ironhide, standing there.
It looks like
it. Some kind of campaign, it says, but I'm not quite sure what the deal is.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. It actually.
It says Prime One Studio under it, so yeah, it's a statue.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Let's see here. What else do we have? So I haven't actually watched the video yet, but we have quite a bit new footage on Transformers Devastation, and we have details on some of the exclusives for the PlayStation Edition. What are we taking away from this? What do we know?
Because they went for easy reskins?
Yeah, because we got
Nemesis, Prime, Gold Bug, and Red Alert.
Yeah, our pre-order bonuses on Sony systems.
Which you can get at tfradio.net/tfgame, just saying. That... I can't watch it now, but is anyone more excited about this than they were last week?
I'm excited at about the same level.
Yeah, same here. I'm still super looking forward to this.
Yeah. I stopped by my local, about to Electronics Boutique, my local GameStop, because I haven't got a system that'll play any of the versions, because all I have is a PS2. But I'm not looking forward to having to buy a new system. But this looks like it'd be a good game to make me finally get one.
I'm checking.
You can always just get yourself a better computer, Don, because it is coming out on PC.
Oh, I'm looking at the pre-order now, and the PC is no longer listed on Amazon. I don't know why.
That's interesting.
If you have to get it through Steam or something. My Xbox 360 will play this.
My PlayStation 3 will play this.
Yeah, it's. I'm looking at maybe getting a PS4 because I just really want to play The Last of Us 2 because I've heard nothing but good things about it. So,
you could get the bundle.
Yeah,
I saw that, but
wait for a Groupon or something. You can get a pretty good deal if you're just patient.
For the price of some of those third-party toys that you buy, you could totally get a PlayStation 4.
I know, but I mean, I've got video games. I haven't touched a system in 6 months.
Yeah, you would touch this one though, probably, right?
Well, it's got that little panel on the back of the gamepad, so yes.
Yeah.
Kmart had the PlayStation 4 for $200, and people were price matching like Walmart and Target and
How'd
stuff.
They have it for $200? How did they have that?
It might have been a mistake, but people were price matching it.
That was probably when Kmart was closing out its video games section earlier in the year.
Wait, did Kmart close out its video games?
Yes, they did, or at least that's what I heard. My Kmart's last I was there did not have anything new. So
my Kmart was gutting its electronics section. I thought it was like a major reset, but it could be that they had just gotten rid of video games.
Yeah, they got rid of video games.
I mean, the thing is, if you go into a Kmart and look at video games, I mean, they have crap for the PS2 still. So, yeah. I will be getting this. I was really excited, of course, as I've said. Then I became a little more disappointed by what the game actually is. But I'm going to just temper that concern, and I'll make my decision when I actually get it and am able to play it. So, not super excited, but I will definitely pick it up and I'll definitely play it. I wonder if we can get a review copy of this.
Sure. Lobby.
Yeah,
I think I contacted someone and they never contacted us back. So
we'll see. Okay, so what else do we have here? Okay, so Diecast, are you still taking that survey?
No, I finished.
Okay, this was all over Twitter yesterday. This supposed Hasbro UK survey that was supposed to have originated around auto assembly.
Yeah.
asking all these questions, including like, what's your favorite third-party company? I question the authority of the survey. Not saying that it couldn't be somebody in Hasbro actually doing it, but I would say that based on some of the weird questions, the weird formatting, and the fact that it's a SurveyMonkey survey, not that a major company couldn't use SurveyMonkey, it is certainly a powerful tool. I've used it.
You have like 7 options for some of the questions.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. So my thought is maybe somebody in Hasbro UK probably just created the survey, if it is actually genuinely from Hasbro, probably created the survey and just didn't run it up the chain or have it vetted through Hasbro US because they thought it really didn't matter. But then, of course, it blew up on the internet and everybody's looking at it. I don't really put a lot of weight into the survey just because it just doesn't really read to me like it's a legitimate kind of survey, and plus it's not targeted. It's by response, so basically they're not targeting it to people, they're just letting people find it, so there's a bias in the results anyway. So unless it was targeted to the people at Auto Assembly, and I'm not saying it was, I mean, I don't know.
It's likely because the people who first started propagating it on Twitter were people like James Roberts and I think even Chris McFeely, people who were at Auto Assembly. So
yeah, but other than a secondhand account from McFeely, James Roberts, those people, they just said, hey, this looks like, I think James Roberts said something like, hey, this looks like a Hasbro survey. If you want to make your opinions known, click here. I don't remember that he even said that it was like a real authoritative Hasbro survey.
I don't think he did. No.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, it was asking questions like, "What's your favorite third-party company?" Which it would be surprising for an official Hasbro survey to ask.
They want to know who to shut down.
They were like, "Who would you still buy from if you if we
let them stay in business?"
If Hasbro had a larger selection, like what third-party company would you still buy from and stuff like that?
Is that actually what it says?
Yeah.
That's interesting. And I want to say this.
It's insane.
It was definitely targeted towards maybe not the beginning part of the survey, but I got the gist that the whole survey was about third-party and where do you buy. That was basically the whole survey. To me, that's what I took out of it, and I could be reading wrong.
If somebody wanted to buy some third-party toys, where would they go?
Yeah.
No, but not like from speaking to people in Hasbro, of course, know about the third-party stuff. It's not like they're oblivious to it. And there are people in Hasbro that think it's cool. Hasbro's official stance pretty much can't be that it's cool, but certainly people there certainly do. So it's not surprising that if an unauthorized or truly unauthorized survey popped out of Hasbro, that it would have that on it. So I'm not questioning the validity with that. It just seems really suspect.
Yeah,
but it could still totally be real. But it's like for my company, I could release a survey and put my company's brand on it and send it out, and it would be for my company, but it wouldn't be like a fully blessed. You know.
And there is an interesting picture at the end of the survey. If you get to the end of the survey,
is it Goatsy?
Is it dancing banana?
Lemon Party?
I sent it out to everyone just to see. It's just like Optimus Prime, but it kind of odd looking drawing of Optimus Prime.
Did you send an email?
Yeah.
Oh, I am pulling that thing up.
Yeah.
But I thought this was really interesting, and I wanted to talk about it just because it. Oh no, they used that.
I think that may be an indictment.
I think that is tip of the hand that there is. That's not. Yeah, I love that. Was my profile picture. That picture of Optimus for like 5 or 6 years.
Indeed.
Yeah, I love that picture. Yeah, it's the picture of what is it? The Great Race, the Great Autobot Race, whatever that storybook is. That I forgot the name of it.
I think it's something like the Great Race.
Something like that, where it's got a picture of Optimus with the Witwikis and everybody. I think it was the Witwikis.
And no faceplate.
And he has no faceplate, and he's smiling. Man, I think this could also be a really good troll too. Just somebody getting their kicks.
That picture sure seems trolly.
That's a long survey to set up the troll. Like, I would have had a basic survey.
I've spent a lot. Dude, you have obviously never told somebody.
Man.
Take it from me. You'll go to great lengths to troll people. I spent years doing it, sir.
Yeah.
I stretched the same joke out for at least 1.5 years once, so. Yeah, so.
That's too much work for me.
It's fun. But it's entirely possible. It's real. But, yeah. I would like to have a direct source from Hasbro saying, yes, this is our survey. Okay, so for all the people out there who are like, what are you talking about? We are just going to move along. So I thought this was interesting. This was on T-Farmers. Speculation that...
Yes, I wrote this.
So, Rob, go ahead and you tell us about it.
Okay, when the list of achievements for Transformers Devastation was leaked the other day, and just about every achievement had a piece of like production art with it, and one of them had a piece of art for spoilers. If you don't want to know this character's in Transformers Devastation, go to something else for about 5 minutes. It had a picture of Nova Prime, who is apparently in the game. And the interesting thing is, and the first part of this is obvious, and I should have noticed it before, is that Nova Prime is more or less in Battlecore Optimus Prime's color scheme. Or rather, since he predates Battlecore Optimus Prime, other way around. Yeah. Okay, but the really interesting thing is that if you look closely at the torso on Nova Prime's design for Devastation, the whole figure is based on the Combiner Wars Prime mold, but the torso is Motormaster's. So it just got me wondering, I wonder if at one point in development, Battlecore Optimus Prime was supposed to be a Nova Prime to tie in with Devastation. That
would have been neat.
It would have. I am kind of sad now that is not what happened. But, it's just I thought it was interesting.
I really like coming across stories like this because it helps sort of glean what folks inside of Hasbro were thinking when they were designing the stuff. And sometimes you have to make concessions, which is, it's weird that they actually made that concession. You would figure that they would just abort that toy.
It still doesn't explain the Star Saber head on that thing, though.
But the design here, the photo, he looks like he's got Big Convoy's head to me.
Yeah, it's more of a Star Convoy head to my way of thinking.
Yeah. I wonder if a third party would do a conversion kit for Battlecore Optimus.
I'm sure about 8 of them are already working on it.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be too tricky, but of course you'd have to do like the whole torso and the shoulders since it's all part of the, the Motormaster truck face.
Yes, the ones who aren't working on turning it into Thunderclash are working on turning it into Nova Prime.
Yes.
Yeah.
And those are the ones who are, taking time out from their busy schedule of Dinobots.
Yeah.
And Devastators.
And Devastators.
God. And speaking of Battlecore Optimus Prime, he is available on Amazon if you want to pick that up. So, does any other retailer have that in yet? He's been on Amazon since Sunday.
No,
I haven't seen it anywhere else.
No.
And currently he's going for $24.99. That's a pretty good price if you want the toy.
Mm-hmm. And Rodimus, Legends Rodimus is on there too, just in case anyone cares.
And if anyone cares, you can go to Amazon through our website, go to tfradio.net, click on the Amazon logo, and buy. We have a link directly to Devastator if you haven't picked it up yet. Now, one thing that I thought was interesting, I find myself lately going to the Amazon warehouse deals if I'm going to buy something, because often you can just buy a item that's like in an open box, or it could be in a damaged package or such. And if you actually go to the page, there was an Amazon warehouse deal for it. I am not seeing it right now, but one person actually, Amazon warehouse, they have it for $109.19. It's listed as used. Usually that just means that the package has been popped open for whatever reason. So it's $109 plus tax.
What is?
Devastator.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I missed that part too, so.
Yeah, sorry, Devastator. So $109. Totally
that's
worth
not
that.
Bad.
It's not bad. If you don't have it, that's probably the way I would go and get it. It obviously wasn't available for pre-order that way, but if you want it and you haven't picked it up yet, that's absolutely a smart way to pick it up.
Pretty cheap.
Yeah, it's really cheap. But like I said earlier, also, if you want Transformers Devastation, you can pre-order that from Amazon, and they will ship that out to you, and you'll get it out on the release date. And right now, it's just $49. tfradio.net, click on the Amazon link, or go to tfradio.net and just tfradio.net/Amazon. It will take you right there. It doesn't cost you a penny more, and it helps us out. Be awesome if you could do it. Let's see here. Third-party stuff. Gravity Builder, new photos of Final Deco, Not Scrapper, and Not-Mixmaster. I kind of like these.
They look good.
Yeah.
I honestly kind of like these. I'm not buying them, but I like the look of them. They look like toys, which is important to me because they are toys, and they also they're different than just the default slavish homage to the G1 characters. They add some sort of new design aspect that I like. And I can't really put my finger on it, but they are more anime inspired, maybe.
Well, looking at the Scrapper figure, the first word that comes to my mind is chunk. You know, they're not slender little thin robots. They're a lot more beefy in pose and style. Like, I'm a big, heavy piece of equipment in vehicle mode, and surprise, my robot mode is pretty, beefy too.
I'm surprised that I actually like the look of these as much as I do. I would like to see a review of them. I'm not going to get them because, I'm satisfied with my Hasbro one. But if I was going to buy a third party, I might hold off and see how these turn out.
Oh, I'll be getting these.
I'm glad you exist, so you can tell me what to buy.
I'll be reviewing them. Yeah, I'll be reviewing them too.
Why are you definitely going to buy them? What is it about them?
The size.
They scale with his Warbitron Bruticus.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, this is the one that's bigger than the Hasbro version by an inch.
No.
No. That's the Toy World one.
So that's the other Devastator. No,
that's the other Devastator.
Oh my god.
That's third-party Devastator number 5.
Yeah.
What we need now is we need one more, and then we need a third-party upgrade kit that lets you use one Constructicon from each of the Devastators.
Oh, that would be great.
Oh, and then one of that would be like using the ColecoVision Atari adapter. And somebody would sue somebody.
But yeah, it looks nice. I'm not getting it, but thank goodness Diecast is. Anybody else have any thoughts on these?
They're pretty. I like them. I've got
too many Devastators.
Yes.
Yep.
So I'm going to let Don and Diecast sort of gush on they spent a long time talking about these on the most recent There Goes My Money. You guys talk about the new Function X toys, because I know that you've already put a lot of thought into this.
Yeah.
I think they're nice. I think they're really nice.
Yeah. Of all the headmasters that could use an update, Highbrow was probably one of the ones who most needed some kind of update to the toy, because, as I mentioned on the show, the G1 toy for Highbrow, the vehicle mode just is not that great. But I love the way what they've done with this jet helicopter mode. I think it looks great. I think it has a great profile. And it's nice to get another Function X figure a year after Sigma L came out. So I'm definitely looking forward to this one and Croc. But Diecast, did you want to tell them what we're guessing for Croc, or is that already?
It's obvious, I think.
Yeah, it's obvious. I mean,
I can't wait for it though. I can't wait for that.
As much as I want that alligator, because what they're saying is from City of Steel, Crox is going to have an Alligator Con, which is the Optimus Prime based alligator robot. The problem is they had to use the freaking Optimus Prime chest plate in this toy. They should have just swapped out a part or something.
Yeah.
And not had that chest in the base model of the toy.
We'll get some repro labels that'll draw your attention away from it. It'll be fine.
That's a cheat. That's my real problem with this. I wasn't going to buy this anyway. I was going to get the Alligator Con when it came out.
See, I've
The
already
only reason
pre-ordered
I
both
think
of these.
The only reason I think they did that with Crocs is because when he's in crocodile mode, it looks like where the driver goes.
Oh, I thought that. Okay, I'm not looking at it right now. I figured it would point down and you wouldn't actually
The
see it.
driver's supposed to sit in the alligator mouth.
He does.
Let me click
He
on
does.
Oh,
Yeah, because the G1 figure, his headmaster rode inside the alligator mouth.
Oh, nice.
Which is definitely the safest place to be.
But that does look like but that is where his tech spec panel would be on the G1 figure.
I wish they could have made it so that Optimus Prime Windows space pointed down instead of up. Anything to just avoid the look of that, because I can't not see it.
I don't think the driver's going to go in his mouth. His mouth isn't big enough.
It does.
Remember
It looks
when
like it does.
It does.
No, remember when we saw this we saw the prototype of this at TFCon in Chicago, and it had the gears in the mouth?
That's true, but the heads are so
The
small.
picture here shows the driver in the mouth.
It looks like the driver's in the mouth to me.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, the heads on these are small.
Yeah.
What surprises me about this is that Browning is up for a pre-order date of December. And we really haven't seen anything out of that figure yet. Like, I think the last thing we saw was renders.
And yeah, these look like renders too.
Just recently? Yeah.
Well,
so I wouldn't put too much faith in that release date being set in stone.
Well, usually for Croc, because I don't think for Croc these aren't renders.
The
I
Crocs
believe
is actual photo.
Yeah, and
that should be about ready to hit.
But Browning looks like a colored render.
Right. But FansProject is real bad about going for a long period of time with no information, and then when you see colored near final production test shots, they're going to be hitting in a couple of weeks. It's just the way they do stuff.
So what else are they going to repaint Browning into, though?
Obsidian?
Springer.
No. That's it. Well, now we really haven't had any other than Virus, which was the repaint of Code. They haven't done repaint.
Smart Robin is Sonic Bomber.
Oh, that's right. So you're right.
And we're thinking Crocs is going to be the Alligator Con. So
right. But for all we know, that could be like a FansProject core exclusive. For all we know.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I could think of really with this mold is animated Megatron, the vehicle mode.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I was thinking Beast Machine's Obsidian, but
I think the Alligator Con would be popular enough that they would want to mass release that.
You think so?
But that's me. I think so. I mean, anything Optimus Prime. Even if
that was the first colors we saw it in, too, in sketches.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like, yeah, maybe.
Well, I told Diecast, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when and where.
Yeah, I think I wish Diecast. I hope Diecast is right, because I hope more people want the Alligator Con because it's the most awesome version. But I think most people who buy the stuff really want really slavish G1 inspired toys, and like a really fun, cool thing like that. Most people who buy this stuff probably really don't want to spend the money on it.
Well, I'll admit, when it comes out, I will probably be double dipping on this mold. I usually don't, but I think the Alligator Con would be such a distinct look.
Yeah, I would have to have that.
Yeah,
Only version I'm getting, only one. I have not been collecting this. I got Code from John like 2 years after it came out, or 3 years.
Yeah.
I got a Smart Robin when it came out and regretted it, and that's the only one that I have.
Smart Robin is freaking awesome.
Yeah,
now
the
Decepticon animals are a little regrettable.
Crocs
looks better.
Didn't get Quadruple U.
Well, Quadruple U for me was a disappointment. I like Sigma L better than Quadruple U because at least he has a little more mass you can work with. But I hope Skullcruncher is going to be on par with the vehicle Transformers as far as not having just robot bits stuck up under a beast.
Yeah. So I'm gonna jump to the next item, the last item in the news, and I'm going to change the title from what Jack posted it as. I'm going to change it to "Please stop, KFC."
Yes.
For the love of God, please stop.
Please.
That's the new title of this article.
And don't insult us, because all we got is a picture. It's not even a render. From what I can see, it's a picture, and they're saying it's going to be out in November 2015. We haven't seen a prototype. We haven't
KFC
seen...
KFC can pop stuff out, dude. They can absolutely pop stuff out.
Like
crap
cassettes
stuff out.
or...
Yeah, so this is... oh god, it's it's a masterpiece scale, not Blitzwing figure. And it's a drawing, but I would not be surprised if this comes out in November. So going back to a conversation we had on a mini cast a while back, I said something that we were arguing about if third-party companies were putting each other out of business. I think KFC is going to be one of the last third-party companies standing, because they obviously have the capacity to just churn stuff out. So they have something going on. Whether the quality of their stuff is highly questionable, but they really have the manufacturing capacity to do basically whatever they want. So I want to see it so I can laugh at it. But you know what? If it was really, 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 really nice and surprising, I probably still wouldn't get it, but I would probably raise my opinion of KFC.
It may fall apart in 3 pieces in your hand. I don't know if it'll be a good, triple changer, but...
the one thing about KFC that I'll never forget, the thing that really still bugs me at months, maybe a year after I got it, however long it was, I cut myself on the plastic of Dice Stack. And, the sharp edges on their stuff. At least that's the one thing that I have. It's not a lot of quality control in their stuff.
Wow. And they always fix it on a second run anyway. So if you buy the first run, you're...
Dice Stack was the
throwing
second
your
run.
Money out.
He was the second run. He was...
Yeah, but, I'm just saying, and I'll group X-Trans bots in this group since they're part of KFC or... use the same factory. They did the same thing with Apollyon. They did the same thing with their blaster, which I think was Transistor or whatever they called him. So, you buy the first run, it's going to have problems. You buy the second run, they're going to fix a lot of those problems. So don't buy the first run. But then the problem is that
they're also releasing that. They're also releasing that blaster again. This time as twin cast.
Yeah,
I have a twin cast. Thank you.
So that stuff will, those problems will be fixed. All the problems that I always have always get fixed.
Yeah. Too bad I can't really sell my Dice Stack now, because he sells on secondary market for $70 or $80. I saw.
Yeah.
Sadness.
Shouldn't have bought it to begin with.
So Chris responded to that email that Diecast sent out. That Optimus used to be Kilby's Allspark avatar. This is true for years. It probably still is.
So I think we know who the troll is then.
Not saying. I think you actually have to. I think if I remember correctly, you may have to have a paid SurveyMonkey account to do to embed the logo.
I'm sure Hasbro lawyers will figure out who it is.
Yeah, they're very good about that. I gotta admit. Okay, not that I would know. So, let's see here. What else we got going on? Is that it, news-wise? Yeah, that's
Sounds right.
Okay, let's see here. Hey, Rob, tell us what's also on T-Formers this week.
Okay, we've got packaged photos of Transformers Adventure Runabout and Override, those being from the Blackjack and Legends Class Groove molds. A Megatron compilation DVD turned up in Australia that nobody knew about until a week after it was released.
So, and that's a compilation of Megatron stories? What is that?
Yeah, it's called 30 Years of Megatron, and it shows, I think, Armada, G1, and one other Megatron on the packaging. So yeah, it's just Energon Prime and G1. So yeah, just a highlight reel of various Megatrons from throughout the history of the franchise. We've got new photos of Play With This 2 Wastelander, who has been redesigned for the upcoming new Kickstarter, and fingers crossed for them to get that over this time. Got photos from a Transformers event in Aeon Mall in Japan. A lot of the same things you usually see, like 8-foot tall Optimus Prime statues from various series, things like that. We've got a large gallery of Unite Warriors Menasor photos. It also came up this week. Unite Warriors Menasor has improved ratchets compared to in the hips compared to any of the other releases of that mold so far.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it apparently, does help the combined version too, but it really does well for just Motormaster by himself. And lastly, we've got some new photos from Hisashi Yuki, who is, doing his usual thing of promoting the upcoming toys on Twitter, and he's got Nightbird as a spider jockey riding Black Arachnia into battle. So that's about it.
So Spider Riders or Sectors, your choice.
Sectors were neat.
Hey, Diecast, why don't you tell us about the reviews that you have and the most recent episode of There Goes My Money?
Okay, well, the recent reviews are Unique Toys Hagen, and because that was the 5th figure of the group, I also did in the same video a little review on Orden, and then we have 2 Orbitron characters for their Not Computron, which are Hammer Sharpener and Speed Wheel, which is their light speed and nose cone.
Cool, very cool.
And then this week on There Goes My Money, I had a special guest, Headmaster Don, and we talked about the new Function X guys, Dino King, KFC Ditka, DX9 Tyrant, and more. So definitely check that out.
Awesome, very cool. And on This Week in Awesome with Rob Springer, he talked about more Minicon stuff. And his Devastator arrived in time to talk about it. He did not order it from tfradio.net/Amazon. So it took him like 5 years to get it. And he is moving this week. He and his girlfriend are moving, so they will not have a show this week. And on this, on Superhero Time Presents, that one episode of Star Trek, it's the original series episode. Is there in truth no beauty? It's hard to say that.
But listen as the Superhero Time crew discovers, much to their horror, that the attractive guest star turns into Dr. Pulaski from The Next Generation.